somewhat of an exciting moment, but the really exciting moment is when we get
A diplomatic clash is unfolding in Washington as UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer arrives for high-stakes talks with US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The rift comes after President Trump said Ukraine could end the war with Russia almost immediately if it abandoned its NATO ambitions and accepted Moscow's hold over Crimea. In response, Downing Street reaffirmed Britain's stance, insisting Ukraine is on an irreversible path to NATO membership, and warning that Russia cannot hold a veto over Kyiv's future.
This war in Ukraine has been going on a really long time now. I mean, 3+ years. Hugely impacted the Ukrainians, who've suffered hugely, but it's also impacted Europe. It's impacted every single family and community in the United Kingdom. And so everybody wants it to end, not least the Ukrainians. But we've got to get this right. We've got to make sure there is peace, that it is lasting peace, and that it is fair and that it is just. And that's why
Alongside NATO membership, sanctions are also dividing allies. European leaders want Washington to impose fresh economic pressure on Moscow, hoping to use sanctions as leverage for a ceasefire. But US Secretary of State Marco Rubio pushed back, arguing Russia is already under severe restrictions and that more sanctions are unlikely to bring about peace.
I don't think new sanctions on Russia are going to force him to accept the ceasefire. They're already under very severe sanctions. You could argue that that could be a consequence of refusing to agree to a ceasefire or the end of hostility.
Meanwhile, the on-ground reality in Ukraine remains grim. A Russian missile strike on an apartment block in Kharkiv has killed 7 people, including 2 children, and injured at least 20 others. Amid mounting casualties, fears are growing that Zelensky could face intense pressure at the White House. Trump's conditions for peace, no NATO, no reclaiming Crimea, mirror demands laid out by Vladimir Putin during their recent meeting in Alaska.